Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to talk about 5 habits, very simple habits that you can use daily to connect with your unicorn guides. So let's dive in. First of all, if you're new to this channel, welcome. If you don't know who are unicorns, don't worry. I'll explain to you very simply in a minute. And you can then, after this video, watch my other videos on this channel to know about them descriptively, right? So unicorns are angels who are there in our angelic teams, and we have guardian angels, archangels, guides, and also unicorn spirit guides, right? And unicorns have been there with us since we were born, from our past lives as well. And if you are aware of your unicorn guide in this lifetime, by which I mean you watching this video means that you are aware of your unicorn guide and that you're meant to be aware of your unicorn guide. That means you can work with them in this lifetime to really open up, to really receive from them and be the best version of yourself, whether it's in your career, your health, your relationships, your finances, your personal growth, whatever it may be. Our unicorn guides help us give our best to our life, for ourselves, for others, the people we care about and the people who care about us. And they teach us about self-love, friendship, companionship, healing, inner child, and so much more. So if you're somebody who's curious about your unicorn guide, stay tuned because it's so much fun to work with them. Secondly, why is it important to include them in our day-to-day life? Because this video is about 5 daily habits to utilize to connect to your unicorn guide, we must talk about why is it important to connect to them daily in the first place, right? You could just, like how we do. I'm an Indian, so if you know about the Indian concept of worship, you just visit a temple once in a while and you're sort of good, right? Like spiritually. So why can't you do that with unicorns? Why can't you just like talk to them once in a while and be okay with it? Why do we have to connect with them daily? So unicorns are not God. They're not God figures either. They're energetic beings who are like helpers, by which I mean that you would have to treat them as your friend and literally talk to them or connect with them every day, give them updates, give them like understanding of what you want for your life, share your goals, visions with them, your problems with them. They really want to build a relationship with you. That's what their interest is in. Yes, they want to help you with macro goals and all the big visions that you have for yourself, but they want to do that in ways they can support you maybe even every second of their life. And they're angels, which means they don't have human limitations. A human being would be really irritated if we call on them every second of our lives for help and ask them for stuff. But a unicorn will not be. Your unicorn spirit guide would be eagerly waiting for you to call on them and ask them for their help. And imagine if you're able to do that. Even just calling on them every second will help you remember that you're not alone in your life and you have somebody to watch over, rely on for information, support, even your day-to-day tasks. Maybe you just need help to clear your room, to clear your dustbin, to make a meal, to push yourself to go to the gym, or to make yourself breakfast. Even tasks like these, you can include them in it, and you will notice that your frequency will rise, your connection with the energetic realm will increase, you will develop more of your psychic gifts, and you will be able to form a relationship with your unicorn guides that is so intimate because you put in the effort of connecting with them daily. So, which is why it is different to connecting with God or worshipping an idol that we could do once in a while or anything of that sort is what I meant, not specifically worshipping, but just spiritually speaking, unicorns work differently. They work the best with results when We are constantly calling on them and building a relationship with them, right? So that's about why it is important to call on your unicorn guide daily. Now let's dive into the 5 rituals or 5 habits rather you could use to build a connection with them. Yep, here's a quick sort of story about me. In my earlier days of understanding the angelic realm, there was this healer who I went to, and she mentioned the word rituals to me. And at that point, I was still transitioning from being an atheist to having to believe in this world of angels and spirituality. And I was like, ritual? Wow, that sounds very harsh to my ears. It sounds so orthodox, the word ritual. And today, when I was planning for this video and I told myself not to use the word ritual but habits, but this is what I mean, right? Unicorns are not orthodox at all. They're very fast forward, way more progressive than you would be, because you would have to catch up to how progressive they are for you. So let's go with the word habits, right? So 5 habits that you could use to connect with your unicorn guide. Right? Are you ready? Are you excited? Give me a silent hoot if you are. I won't be able to hear you, but my friend, I would love for that hoot. So the first habit is that you can use music to connect with them. Now, when I say music, you do not have to limit yourself to spiritual music. You don't have to limit yourself to meditative music or music of nature or the birds or anything of that sort. I connected with my unicorn guide through Anne Marie's song. She's a pop artist, right? And I connect with my guides, unicorn guides, Faith and Hope. Shout out to Faith and Hope, by the way, through Anne Marie's song 2002. If you know it, you know it. And that's how I've built a relationship with them. Every time I listen to that song, I connect to their frequency. I connect to the frequency of my unicorn guides, the vibration that they're at is easier for me to access when I listen to that song. And it has nothing to do with unicorns, nothing at all. It's a beautiful song. I love Anne Marie's voice and it's very soothing for me. And your choice of music could be very different. It could be metal, it could be hip hop, it could be anything. But if you think that you're connecting with your unicorn guide through that music, then you are. Don't question it. And definitely don't think it's wrong, because a lot of times we have this belief that because it's an angel, because it's a unicorn who's a spirit guide, we must use orthodox, traditional ways to connect to them. Hey, that's not true. That's absolute BS. Because unicorns love it when we express ourselves through music. It's a way to heal ourselves, our inner child. So make sure you do include them when you listen to music. Dedicate a song to them. And here again, dedication, I don't mean in the sense of worshipping them through the song, because sometimes we can do that, but rather getting messages when you listen to that song, or connecting, asking for advice, or just playing that song so that you can feel their presence, right? I have done that so many times. I've played that song 2002 just so I could feel my unicorns, Faith and Hope's presence, especially on down days. So make sure you use your favorite song to your benefit. Now, habit number 2 that you can inculcate to connect to your unicorn guides is you can simply take a walk and call them to join you. Now, this walk could be in nature, right? And you could be walking amidst trees, on the grass, barefoot, or with shoes, whatever sails your boat. And you can call on your unicorn guides and ask them to walk with you, take that journey with you, even if it's like a 5-minute walk in between your work, in between your day-to-day tasks. Doesn't matter. Ask them to join you and just breathe in the air with them, and while you're at it, ask them to infuse the surrounding around you with their energy so that you can walk through their energy, absorb their energy, breathe in their energy, and again doing it so that you are rejuvenated energetically. You get back your energetic strength, especially if you're overstimulated, you are having a down day, you're not feeling too good, it's just gloomy outside, you've had a bad afternoon with your boss, anything that's upsetting you, just ask them to infuse your surrounding with their energy while you're in nature, because that's just an added benefit. Because nature anyhow has a healing effect on us, and adding unicorn energy in that space will really uplift you, right? Also, hey, by the way, I also have a channel about trees, nature healing, tree guardians, and I also give Celtic alder tree reiki, which I absolutely love, through my Celtic alder tree guide Juniper. Shout out to Juniper. And you can check out the details of that channel, especially if you're a nature lover and you naturally receive from nature, whether it's messages, energy, healing, or you already have a tree or a plant friend. Check that channel out. The link for it is in the description of this video, and you can also find it at the top. Yeah. Now, the third habit that you can bring into your life, again, a very simple one. You can read to them. And this sounds slightly silly, but imagine that you're reading a book to a friend, and it could be a favorite book. Again, it doesn't have to be spiritual. It could be a children's book. I have read so many children's books just so I could connect to my unicorn guides. And it's beautiful when we do that, because we're not only using creative thinking, reflection to connect to them, but also to receive from them. And we're allowing our inner child to connect to our unicorn guides as well, which is beautiful, right? So read your favorite book to them. Again, you don't have to limit yourself to children's books. That's something I've done because it felt quite natural for me. Maybe your natural pick is a science book, or a book about art, or a book about nature, a book about cooking, a book about animals, anything that you feel that you want to share with your unicorn guide. And at first it might feel slightly silly that you're reading out in the air, because the unicorn, they're angels, you can't really see them, they're not physical beings, they're just energy. But know that your unicorn guide is listening while you're reading and appreciating you for taking out the time, and believe in them, believe in something that's invisible, to build a relationship with them, right? So that's your third habit that you can do. The fourth thing that you can do is you can paint to connect to your unicorn guides. Now, I am an intuitive abstract artist and it comes very naturally to me, but I would like to emphasize, when I say paint to connect with your unicorn guides, I don't mean to make decorative items of paintings, but rather express yourself. And it could be an absolute mess with the paints that you sort of experience, but that is still you connecting with your unicorn guide. It could just be a piece of paper and you splattering paint with a brush, expressing yourself, making random lines, making random blotches of paint, knowing that your unicorn guide is least interested in what you're making rather than what you're trying to express through that artwork. Unless you're trying to actually create something really beautiful, then they're interested in making sure you make the artwork look pretty. But otherwise, if you're just expressing yourself, they'd love for you to rather you have the freedom to express yourself regardless of how the artwork looks. So paint to express yourself to your unicorn guides, and know that they're listening to your emotions while you paint. again, that's a very simple habit. You don't even have to learn to paint. You don't even have to be an artist, right? And again, I have another channel. It's on my name, Pranita/Rao, where I talk about how highly sensitive people exist in the world, exhibit A, but also how art, especially abstract art, intuitive abstract art, can help them cope with their highly sensitive challenges. In fact, I've also come up with a course that helps highly sensitive people understand the impact of abstract art on their sensitive nervous system. And if you're interested, you can check out the link for my channel and for my website as well. And it's also linked to the description of this video. But if you ever thought that you would love for yourself to express through art, especially when you're overstimulated, stressed out, emotionally vulnerable, and there's nobody to understand you, but art can, check that channel out. You'll be surprised as to what a beautiful way art is to cope with the challenges that arise with being highly sensitive. And I say that with experience. Now, the fifth habit that you can inculcate to connect to your unicorn guides daily is having a cup of coffee with them in the morning. And again, sounds very, very simple, right? But that's all you need, really. When you wake up, make a cup of coffee for yourself. Maybe it's an Americano, maybe it's a latte, maybe it's filter coffee, maybe it's a cup of tea. Or maybe the first thing that you do every morning is to have a glass of water, whatever it is. Call on them, ask them to join you, to have that glass of water, that cup of coffee, that cup of tea, and spend time with them, talking to them about your day. What have you planned for your day? What are the most important tasks that you're going to cover today? And how would you like your unicorn guide to help you in those tasks? Talk to them, knowing that they're listening to you. Again, if you're a beginner, this is very new for you, trust that they're listening. And I know it's really difficult, and I say that because I have had so many trust issues with my unicorn guides, and it has taken me a long time to break through, but it comes with practice. So start. And when I started off, there was nobody who told me that you could connect to your unicorn guides just by drinking coffee. If I knew that, the cafes around my home would be flooded by me, right? So have that cup of coffee with your unicorn guide first thing in the morning, so that they can stop something for you that you might sort of regret later. Maybe they can stop you from meeting a wrong person, going to a wrong place, protect you from an accident, just by you sharing your day. And isn't that a big thing? So include them every single morning when you have your cup of coffee. So those were 5 daily habits for you to inculcate to connect with your unicorn guide, especially to build optimism, to build the belief in your unicorn guides, in yourself, because after all, our unicorn guides are a reflection of ourselves, what we can be in our life. And I hope that you found this video to be helpful. If you did, I'd love for you to hit the like, share, subscribe button. It helps me grow, the channel grow. And if you have any takeaways, please do share them in the comment section below, and know that I'd be reading them and responding to them. And if you're somebody who's interested in working with your unicorn guide one-on-one, especially for psychic support, energetic support, healing, inner child healing, artistic support, if you have gifts that are artistic, creative, like I have writing gifts and art gifts, and if you'd like to explore them through a coach like me, make sure you use the link in my YouTube channel bio to book a paid private call with me. And please do not hesitate, regardless of where you are in the world. I'd love to work with you. Thank you for watching this video once again. I hope that from tomorrow onwards, you pick at least one habit, and let me know in the comment section below as to what you're picking. I'm curious to connect with your unicorn guide daily. And stay tuned for more content about unicorns. Bye.